said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Houston ready to boot it deep and get this game going. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Longhorns offense will have the football first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Fires to the tight end. Ball is loose. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed over the middle, it's Carter. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. They'll run play action. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The give out of the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Snowed under by the defense.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
They'll try to get the first through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Young. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They are in attack mode already in the red zone. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 16. Handoff to the lone back. Got some room there to the goal line. And he'll finish the line at the end zone.
lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
So Cougars offense has the ball for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy's a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game record. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
It's in. In this song. Quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
The Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on third down. To the air, it's Hammond. There was serious revolution. Third down pass, but it's incomplete. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Here comes the Texas offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about, I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Lost one deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark it down at the 38-yard line. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. I'd be calling a hot route. Smith dropping to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Young. And he was fortunate not to... yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling quarterback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
They'll try the run. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They want to run this quarterback. They'll make the stop about a yard. Of the 1st down.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the 1st down. No matter what, if I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that 1st down.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
The throw to the outside is complete, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And that play just shows you this quarterback trusts his wide receiver because he knows that route has to be adjusted to get beyond the 1st down marker. These two right now really on the same page.
And the Cougars are moving quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot. Trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. Go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his 1st target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football.
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Hold it. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Smith wants to throw. That's reeled in. It's Thomas. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Houston.
So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. To keep it in the air. That's caught. It's Williams. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Man, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. The missed 51-yard field goal now gives this offense good starting field position at its own 34. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Makes the grab. It's Lockett. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Give to the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Using the quick game. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really... with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Flips it out on the screen. Crosses the 30. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Smith dropping to pass. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Caught behind the line. It's Carter. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the 1st down.
And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Quick strike complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Carter. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. He wants to throw it again. He wants it all. Touchdown, Longhorn! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today, in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half with the home team.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his... He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Going to run it. It's Sanford. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be 3rd and long. Smith wants to throw. It's caught. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Quarterback adjusting the pattern.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Carter. Turning it on. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at 1st and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. Can we do running clock in the second half?
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing.
Houston, 0 Texas.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Here's the give off the left side. Makes his man miss.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Cougars can really attack on this second and short. Smith dropping to pass. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Hammond. Got it in the middle. It's McGarry. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw again. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And this offense wants to get back in the football game. It starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They've got to keep their quarterback upright.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. They want to throw it. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. The offense changing the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to the big tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team. Because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And
there he goes. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down.
Deep to shallow. That's why I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Grabbed behind the line, it's Young. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
After a drive this long, a field goal would be a punch in the gut. It's third and goal. They go to the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over in the out the offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Grab near the marker. It's Wingo. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46. First and 10.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short or third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the wide receiver. Got it behind the line. It's Lockett. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the RPO, complete. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Working the middle. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Houston offense comes onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, and they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Dropping back, it's Hammond. This time he's got it. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Really nice job by the quarterback, dropping back, understanding. He knew his wide receiver was going to drag across the middle of the field. Good timing, waiting for him to come open, hitting him with the strike.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll try to get it through the air. Hauls it in. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Just keep slinging it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Thomas. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Cougars come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Grab near the sticks. It's Thomas. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. To the air, it's Hammond. It's on target and complete. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Got a paw on it near the goal line.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Houston.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. On the move, it's Baxter. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Defense looks like they're coming. Williams looking for a man. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Throws to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Thomas. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And they got the completion, but still looking at a 3rd down. To the ground with the back. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did. Work against this defense. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's got it on the run. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Back's got it. Touchdown, Houston. And they take it in for 6 more points. Ready to try the point after.
And the offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Houston, 21. Texas.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's McCutcheon. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Off play action on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. The big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Williams will pass. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. And this... Complete, a big hit there, forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback making checks. To the air on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Thomas.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Grab behind the line. It's McGarry. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, talked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the